I really need your help. I'm going to die if I don't get answers. I'm worried I'll be killed before I've even finished writing this. I don't know if the force conspiring against me will somehow know I'm asking for help and put a stop to it. If you're seeing this, I was alive at the time of posting, but if I don't reply to your comments, I've been taken. I'll have to keep this brief. I wish I could talk about my friends and how special they were, but all I've got time to tell you now is they're dead. GenSen died of brain cancer 2 years ago. He was 37, but tumors don't care about the years their victims had ahead. She doesn't give a damn either. Of course, at the time, we thought his illness was rotten luck. Quinn was killed in a car accident 6 months ago. The other driver was drunk. I questioned how I'd lost 2 of my 3 childhood best friends before turning 40, but death doesn't play fair, and some of us lose more than others. Quinn sent her husband a text half an hour before she died, saying she felt compelled to check on her mom. Like something was telling her she needed to go. But her mom was fine, aside from the fact she was about to lose her daughter. A few days before the accident, I met Quinn for coffee. She seemed on edge, but denied anything was wrong. I eventually coaxed her into telling me what happened. That morning, she saw a dead woman in the mirror instead of her own reflection. She asked if I thought this meant she was developing a mental health condition. I said it was probably tiredness or maybe a nightmare, but she insisted she was awake. She said the woman had long black hair hanging in greasy strands. Her face was pale to the point of almost being white, except for the black bruises around her eyes and the right side of her mouth. I advised her to go to the doctors if she wanted to put her mind at rest, but it was probably nothing to worry about if it didn't happen again. After Quinn's death, I wondered if she saw herself in the mirror that day, like a premonition. But I didn't believe in the supernatural, so I didn't give it much mind. It wasn't until after Quinn's funeral that I started to piece things together. I invited my remaining childhood friend over that evening. His name is Taylor. We both needed to get drunk to ease the grief. We were half cut when Taylor said he wanted to tell me something, but I'd think he was crazy. His words were slurred, but his eyes were sharp and fearful. He said he saw a woman in the mirror that morning when he was getting ready for the funeral. I asked him what the woman looked like, and his description was near identical to Quinn's. Taylor was freaked out because GenSen had seen the woman the day before he passed. I never knew this, and I don't think Quinn did either. Apparently, GenSen thought the woman was a sign the cancer was about to take him, and he was right. Taylor asked if I thought this meant he was going to die. I said no, of course not. But I can't say I wasn't disturbed by all of this. I didn't tell Taylor about Quinn seeing the woman because I didn't want to scare him over nothing, especially when we were grieving. Every day since, I've regretted this decision. I'm haunted by the question of whether knowing could have saved him. It was Taylor who connected the dots after a few more glasses of wine. He recalled the game of Bloody Mary the 4 of us played on a stormy Halloween night when we were 10 or 11. I'm sure you've heard the urban legend. You look in the mirror and repeat the words Bloody Mary 3 times. Then she's supposed to come and kill you. Each of us had gone into the dark bathroom one by one and whispered the words to our reflections. Of course, nothing happened. Nobody believes Bloody Mary is real because it can't be, right? Thousands or even millions of people repeat her name to the mirror every year and don't meet a grisly end. I think the deaths go unnoticed because the victims die years in the future, in seemingly unsuspicious circumstances. Taylor also theorized you need to summon her on Halloween to awaken the curse, but I wouldn't risk it on any day of the year to be safe. Taylor died the next day when a helicopter crashed into his house. The media called it a freak accident, but I knew better. And I knew I was next. I covered all reflective surfaces in my apartment. Unfortunately, while I was doing this, the blanket I put over the hallway mirror fell, and she was there. And worse than I could have imagined. Quinn and Taylor's descriptions didn't prepare me for the horror staring back at me. It wasn't just her physical appearance, she radiated evil. So I need you. My sister's a horror writer, and she always talks about this forum. She says most of you believe in the paranormal, and some of you are experts. Please help me. Is there any way I can stop her, or is my death inevitable? Please answer without delay. Taylor died in the supposed safety of his own home. I could have only minutes left.